Easy, man. Cakewalk. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing.
We back in the gym. And I got my hair done. Shout out to the braider. My hang time. We've been working all day. All day we've been working, baby.
This event. Yeah, the size, the power of Canelo, he's got the guy. Then all of a sudden you go back and you say, wait a minute. The other guy's faster. The other guy's
Floyd Mayweather is said to have advised Canelo to stay away from Terence Crawford after watching newly surfaced training footage that left a strong impression. According to reports, Mayweather was amazed by Crawford's lightning-fast speed, precise movement, and crisp punching combinations. The leaked video suggests that Crawford looks more locked in, sharper, and far more dangerous than many people expected.
You never overlook any opponent. We can't base everything just off power.
Floyd Mayweather has always been outspoken, and his remarks about Canelo Alvarez follow the same pattern as he looked back at their 2013 fight and reminded everyone that he was already 40 years old when he clearly beat Canelo. He emphasized that even at that stage of his career, he controlled the fight with ease, implying that Canelo's reputation is bigger than what he showed in the ring against him. In Floyd's view, the praise around Canelo does not line up with that performance, serving as proof that skill, experience, timing, and ring intelligence can overcome youth and raw power.
Canelo, this guy can do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy. Y'all always disrespecting our fighters.
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com.
Floyd Mayweather has repeatedly raised concerns about Canelo Alvarez's physical changes, openly pointing to his failed drug test in 2018 and calling it a serious mark that should not be ignored. As someone who prides himself on discipline and fighting clean, Floyd believes the shifts in Canelo's body and performances raise important questions. To him, this goes beyond personal rivalry and is about preserving fairness in boxing, as he feels these issues create doubt around Canelo's victories, especially when he faces smaller or less physically strong opponents.
All about athletes that's been cheating.
Been accused of cheating or been proven?
No, been proven too.
This been proven.
Yeah. Oh, with Canelo. Oh shit, I didn't know.
This been proven.
Lance Armstrong.
Okay.
And then Canelo talking about it was the steak that it was the meat that he was eating. So okay, now you eating. I guess you're eating steroid cows.
Okay.
Jeff Mayweather stirred more excitement around Terence Crawford by praising him as a complete and highly adaptable fighter, even suggesting he could test someone of Floyd's level. He noted that Floyd remains in excellent condition, keeps training, and stays deeply connected to boxing, which keeps that door slightly open. Jeff added that if Crawford delivers a dominant win over Canelo, public demand for a fight with Floyd could quickly grow, further building the hype and placing Crawford as a key link between boxing's legendary past and its present era.
Coming to Mayweather, y'all got the game fucked up. Mayweather actually didn't get hit. Bud gets hit by dudes that, like, who on Bud's resume is an equivalent of someone on Floyd's resume? So that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Floyd not getting hit by elites, Bud getting hit by non-elites, and somehow y'all think Canelo.
During a recent face-off between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, things turned heated when Crawford suddenly pushed Canelo, instantly raising the tension. Canelo stayed calm and responded with a smile, saying the move only motivated him more and made the moment even more intense. The exchange added real fire to the build-up and showed how comfortable Canelo is under pressure, turning confrontation into motivation. It wasn't just a staged moment, but a mental trigger that locked both fighters in and pushed anticipation for the fight to a higher level.
Moment that happened on stage.
Now, I'm turning it on right now.
Right? Yeah. Did it make you want to go harder for the 13?
I don't know, but made me feel more excited.
I love it.
Crawford has often credited Floyd Mayweather for shaping his development, not by copying his style, but by embracing the mentality that leads to consistent success. Like Floyd, he has managed his career with control, smart decision-making, strong branding, and a clear focus on long-term objectives. In the gym, Crawford prioritizes discipline and accuracy, ensuring every action has purpose. Even though their personalities are different, their mindset aligns closely, centered on thinking ahead of opponents, managing the story around them, and succeeding both inside the ring and in the business side of boxing.
Niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever keep it real, boy.
keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fight.
Yeah.
I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll beat this.
Boy, you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd. Nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll beat his ass. Never. That's some hate type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
When Floyd speaks about strategy, it is backed by real experience, especially his smart and controlled win over Canelo that showed how intelligence can neutralize raw power. His message to Crawford is clear: avoid trading heavy shots and instead wear Canelo down through movement, timing, and ring awareness. With Crawford's proven ability to make adjustments during a fight, he appears well-equipped to apply that plan. This matchup is less about strength and more about speed of thought and adaptation under pressure, which is exactly where Floyd feels Crawford can excel.
Jumping up from 154 to 168 and beating this quote-unquote version of Canelo Alvarez would diminish the accomplishment that Floyd Mayweather accomplished beating his version of Canelo Alvarez. Is it two different versions of Canelo Alvarez? And obviously, Canelo Alvarez is 62 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He is obviously bigger. When Floyd fought him, it was at 152 catch weight, but it had no rehydration clause. So you might as well just say it was at 154. Now, two things they have in common is that Floyd Mayweather was 36, 37 years of age. Terence Crawford is 36, 37 years of age, going on 38. So he'll be 38 when he fights Canelo Alvarez. Floyd had already had 2 fights at 154. He had the fight with Miguel Cotto and he had the fight with Oscar De La Hoya. Right?
Kell Brooks speaks from personal experience, having faced both Golovkin's power and Crawford's skill, which gives his opinion real credibility. He believes that fighting Canelo requires a special balance of speed, intelligence, and toughness, and that Crawford cannot depend on his normal rhythm alone. Instead, he must read the fight, counter effectively, and manage Canelo's pressure one round at a time. Brook emphasized that this matchup goes beyond physical strength and becomes a mental chess match where strategy has to adapt as the fight unfolds.
It's a wow fight, you know what I mean? It's two supreme athletes fighting against each other, but you've got to sway towards Canelo. Crawford's gonna have to, move up, and I knew when I boxed Golovkin, there's a big difference, especially with someone that, fighting a middleweight, a mediocre world champion's okay, but when you're fighting someone like, Canelo or Golovkin, it's a different kettle of fish, I have to lean towards Canelo, but, Crawford's very, very, very good.
Do you think Crawford still got the legs? Obviously, he's very much got great IQ in the ring, but he's very much a good mover as well. Do you feel like he's still got the legs to be maybe outmoving Canelo if he needs to?
Well, I don't know. I think when we look back at Mayweather when he beat Canelo, he's a mover. Crawford's not really like Mayweather in that aspect. He's more. He kind of sets his feet. He's cute with how he approaches chucking shots and moving. You know what I mean? I think it's a different fight to Mayweather, and Canelo's obviously a different fighter from when he boxed Mayweather. But like I say, it's one of them what we've got to tune into and watch. Both unbelievable fighters, but I'd have to favour Canelo. Just his size and his experience.
Among fans and boxing insiders, there is a rising sense that Terence Crawford could be Canelo's most challenging opponent in years, and this belief goes beyond simple hype. It is built on Crawford's steady dominance, impressive victories, and wide-ranging skill set, including his ability to change stances, set the pace, and read opponents as the fight unfolds. Many now view this as a meeting of two top-level technicians with different approaches, a matchup that has the potential to reignite excitement for boxing among both casual viewers and longtime fans.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. Terence Crawford is top 5. Top 5, I'll die on that hill. He's my top. He might be top 3. He might be top 3. I just gotta see what's up. But I'm gonna be real. This Canelo might be the most fucking locked in Canelo I've ever seen in my life. My boy Canelo is too fucking locked. He's not even speaking Spanish no more. He's speaking fluid ass English. He's not even Spanish no more. Oh boy said, how will this affect the Canelo legacy if Terence Crawford beats you? He's not going to beat me. No, he's not going to beat me. But this will go down in boxing history. But he beat me. He's not beating me. No, you're not different. No, you're no different than no Spanish. Canelo is locked in. Yo, I'm telling you, this is that fight rap. I feel a little bit scared for my...
Terence Crawford and his team understand that repeating past game plans will not work, so their approach is carefully built around Crawford's strengths from start to finish. His style blends calm patience with sharp accuracy, and his ability to switch stances during rounds is designed to keep opponents guessing. Against an experienced fighter like Canelo, who prefers to control the tempo, Crawford will have to take smart risks, break the rhythm, change the flow of exchanges, and push Canelo out of his comfort zone. This fight is not just about winning on points, but about making Canelo rethink his strategy at every stage.
Canelo Alvarez, we need to talk about it. When we look at the guys who've had success with Canelo, we'll look at Bivol, we'll look at Golovkin, we'll look at Floyd, and we'll look at Lara. Yes, I'll throw Lara in there, why not? I think all these fights are absolutely irrelevant coming into this bout. Some of them are just dated, or some of these guys' style just cannot apply. For example, a guy in Lara. If Crawford wanted to fight how Lara fought Canelo, he would probably gas out in 7 rounds, or if he made it 12, he just wouldn't get that decision. It's that simple. Let's take a guy in Golovkin. Crawford just simply does not have the punching power, nor do I think he has the gas tank at 68. He's not a good enough puncher to try to fight Canelo like Golovkin. He doesn't have the physical traits, even in the chin department. Then you have Floyd Mayweather. While both can have a bit of similarities, the speed, reflexes, technical prowess, IQ, timing, counterpunching, lateral movement, it's just too much from Floyd. I don't think Bud could take much from Floyd's game plan to implement it into his own success in September. And then you have Dimitri. The speed, the technical prowess, the IQ, the length is too much. So essentially, Terence Crawford is going to have to beat Canelo in a way that nobody has ever beaten him or gave him any issues in. I'm going to tell you exactly how Crawford's going to fight. He's going to fight like his damn self. It's too late in his career to change up the game plan. It's too late in his career for him to want to change up the game plan coming to a fight of this magnitude with a style he's never fought before. That will be a recipe for disaster. He's going to be more than likely off the back foot. He's going to be looking for counter shots. And I think there will be a point in this fight where he's simply just trying to survive. I like Crawford. He's an amazing pound-for-pound fighter. A different animal at 168. This is one of the greatest of all time. I see win scenarios for him, but I don't see him being realistic. I can see him fighting off the back foot, using his speed, timing, and feet to stay away from Canelo, but that's very, very, very unlikely. Damn near impossible.
Oscar de la Hoya's message brings balance to the excitement surrounding the fight, as he acknowledges Crawford's talent but highlights a major factor: size. He explains that in boxing, even when skills are close, natural weight and strength can strongly influence the result, something he understands from his own career. While the matchup may look even on paper, he believes the physical demands could work in Canelo's favor. De La Hoya cautions fans not to let hype or money cloud judgment, stressing that true greatness always comes with real risks that must be considered carefully.
Oscar being back in New York over here.
No, let's just say Canelo Crawford, in the history of boxing, and this is the facts.
Let's get it.
If you see Thursdays, Fact Thursdays, I speak the facts. All right, I'll even do it for you. A good little man has never beaten a good big man in the history of the game, unless you go back to certain situations with Pacquiao beat me, but I was a dead man walking anyway. But a good little man never beats a good big man, so it's a tough test for Crawford, but I'm not counting him out. The bottom line, and this is the truth again.
Nico Ali Walsh shares a fresh perspective on the fight by focusing on preparation, explaining that Crawford is not stepping into this challenge blindly. He notes that Crawford has been training with bigger fighters to understand how to manage pressure, take power shots, and respond with smart tactics. This shows that his camp is planning not only for skill but also for physical strength. Walsh believes this kind of preparation turns a risky situation into an opportunity and helps balance the matchup despite Crawford's natural size disadvantage.
I think it's a great opportunity for both those guys. I think people are going to watch it, so it's an exciting matchup.
And we have another mega fight. Let's be honest, September. Canelo and Crawford, two guys
Yes.
been around that you've trained with and things like that.
Yes.
Fight.
That fight, everyone was siding towards Canelo. I would say it was like 80-20 people with Canelo before Canelo's last fight. But then after Canelo's last fight, it seems like it's more 50-50 now. So everything is just the build up for that fight is just going to be absolutely magnetizing. Like that fight, it's garnered so much more buzz after Canelo's last fight. And Bud is Bud. He's one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. He is one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. So it's going to be a fight. It's going to be awesome to watch.
Have you sparred any of them?
I haven't sparred Bud yet. I haven't been in Canelo's camp. I've met Canelo a few times. I love Canelo's team. Canelo's one of my favorite fighters. He's been my favorite fighter for the longest time. But I have to be Team Bud because me and Bud are cool, and I have so much belief in Bud, and I know who he is as a fighter. He is one of the greats. So he could do anything he wants.
And being around both of them and seeing how they work and train and things like that, what makes both of them the fighters they are, in your opinion?
I've watched Bud, so for Bud in particular, he's calm in everything he does, and that kind of calm is scary to watch because it shows experience. You can see that he's been doing this for decades. You can see it.
Eddie Atlas looks at this fight as a study in balance, noting that while much of the attention goes to Canelo's strength and power, Crawford brings a sharp boxing mind to the ring. He sees the matchup as far from one-sided, with each fighter offering a different type of threat. Atlas believes Crawford's fast reactions, detailed preparation, and strong determination can create situations where size no longer matters. In his view, this contest is not only about physical ability but about intelligence, making it a test of who can think smarter and endure longer under heavy pressure.
But as good as he is, he stepped up with Matrimorph, and he struggled a little bit. He won, but it was more competitive. We thought, well, we didn't understand how good Matrimorph was because we underestimated, because he only had 10 pro fights, but he had 300 amateur fights. He was a good, solid fighter, right? And he's on this card, of course, but he was a good, solid fighter. We didn't understand that, so we started to knock down Crawford a little bit because our expectations were so high, and that's wrong. That's wrong. He won. He changed gears. He did what he had to do when he realized the level of this guy in front of him, and he got the win. But again, people are going to say Canelo's too big. He had trouble with a 154-pound guy when he went up from welterweight to that. So now he's going up to 168. Teddy, come on. How are you going to make an argument? You're going to make an argument through the history of this sport, where little guys have been able to beat big guys, because you reverse it. You reverse who's got the advantage and the disadvantage. Yeah, the size, the power of Canelo, he's got the advantage. Then all of a sudden you go back and you say, wait a minute. The other guy's faster. The other guy's craftier. The other guy has more options. The other guy is slicker. Oh, maybe he's got the advantages. Like the first time Pacquiao fought De La Hoya. And I know De La Hoya was having trouble with weight and all that. I get it. And that's fair. But still, I remember I picked that one. Every once in a while I pick one right. I remember that I picked that one where Pacquiao's going to win. And I said, yeah, you're saying that De La Hoya's big, he's strong. He's got the power edge, he's got this edge.
That wraps up today's video. So make sure to stay tuned for the next one, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth boxing analysis and updates.